play. He was consistently in top 16 regions.
He was consistent, but he didn't really make that many upsets.
Exactly. Yeah.
Today he just decided to stay winning and beat Elite Tweet.
Oh, wait! I saw that set actually. Yeah. I was watching the set like half. But very close. Game 5 set. So we're gonna see. We're not gonna see Yuffie in top 8 though, because he lost in losers. We are seeing Elite Tweet later on. He made a losers bracket. Well, anyway, enough about the bracket. We're gonna get ready to get into our winners semi-finals. I see the players getting ready. Tags getting locked in. SuperStriker versus Azrael. Sonic versus Cloud.
Yeah, winner side as well.
Winner side as well. Wait, Simon? Okay, I was about to say.
No. It's just going to be the Cloud against Sonic.
Yeah.
Expecting at least something with platforms, because facing Sonic on flat stage is ill-advised at least.
Yes. I'm curious because, Sonic, typically a pretty slow-played character, even though he's so quick. But I've seen SuperStriker all day playing relatively aggressively, so...
Yeah, but he also had to fight characters where you kind of have to, because you can't really camp a Fox. But Cloud should be fairly camped.
Yeah, we're already seeing it now, like not the typical Sonic gameplay, where it's just like spin dash in, spin dash out, and we will wait when you have the lead. This is SuperStriker holding forward.
Yeah, and just dashing in now, but not setting up the spin dash like the most Sonics do.
Trading some
and
blows
there we go, setting up the spin dash, but actually keeping his distance.
Yeah, great cross slash, easy 20% there on the board. We're getting started here. Ooh, wasting the... I didn't think
he... At least got the back air, I think.
He didn't expect the back air to connect, maybe trying to get like an out of shield option, expecting the back to hit the shield, but limit gone now.
But still, he's still in a fairly good position, has a percentage lead, has the advantage state.
Great grab here. Ooh, I like the down there. He killed. Okay, I like the down there.
That's a little bit iffy on the DI part, but he got caught off guard.
He just said like, okay, you want to get out of the corner? Bam, sword, done. First blood going to Azrael.
Yeah, and it's not even close to the stock yet, unless he gets an early edge guard.
This guy's just jumping, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Cloud has a good jump. Why not do it? But this is the scary part for Cloud. Cloud is a character that can easily die off stage, so but gets away.
Yeah, speaking of the offstage, we have the Sonic S smash, every time. Ooh, okay, I like the idea. But great patience there from SuperStriker, not immediately ripping the homing attack.
Alright, offstage situation again, but very good reaction on Azrael's part. And he keeps getting those grabs, even though Cloud's grab is not the best.
What are these down air tech chases? I've never seen these down air tech chases before from Azrael.
Alright, limit on deck though. This could be a kill.
Okay.
Aggressive recovery. I kind of like how Azrael keeps throwing Sonic on stage, because it's easier to chase than off stage. It's not going to happen for Cloud anyways.
We're seeing SuperStriker not really being on the money yet. This like confirms like missing
fishing and for a kill here and there, but Azrael's just not giving.
But nothing you can do about the forward air. Sonic getting on the board. Let's see how this will go, because
SuperStriker attack. DI on point this time though.
SuperStriker being in a position he has to close the lead here, but Azrael having none of it.
Yeah, entire stock lead has limit. Everything is going great for Azrael right now.
Okay, great for their dash attack. It is an easy percent on the board. Sonic here at the ledge, still limit there for Cloud, but back to center stage.
Looking for that falling upper into limit, but he's not getting it. Still gets a little bit of reward with the blade beam.
I like these reverse up Bs there at the ledge, covering maybe a panic recovery or like an instant recovery from Sonic, and just trying to get the spike.
Keeping him honest, because now he has to deal with the ledge trap situation with the back air.
He also has to deal with this Cloud, no jump back to the ledge.
Gives a little bit of room, but still it's 33% to 93 and an entire stock lead on top of that. And limit on that.
Limit is back. Okay, some damage coming out there from SuperStriker. Great grab.
And he's going to have to use it for recovery's sake now.
Hello?
Alright. This should be curtains for Azrael's stock here.
Oh, he actually makes it back. Oh no, that's not.
Alright, good spot dodge, but doesn't get the punish.
Little bit of spaghetti coming out from SuperStriker, dropping that edge guard, dropping that forward smash. Maybe even dropping this first game if this continues.
Fishing for that kill, and then you just Tiger Woods him. You know?
Mate.
Up to the skies we go.
I was literally watching golf last night. That's the greatest golf shot I've ever seen. Just Tiger Woods going bang.
Yeah, I mean, Sonic looks like a ball. Just why not hit him up there?
Alright, Azrael getting on the board. SuperStriker just needing to clean up his gameplay a little bit, dropping some combos, dropping some edge
especially
guards.
that early game was rough.
Yeah. Azrael doing great. I'm like the point I made earlier about how this Sonic is not really your typical Sonic. Like it's just holding, it's just going in, holding forward, trying to get those aggressive plays, which were working out.
Yeah, to a certain extent, but still you have to deal with a massive sword.
Massive sword. I mean, you kind of have to like hold forward as Sonic in this matchup because otherwise Cloud will just go like, okay, I'll just limit, bro. What you gonna do, bro?
Yeah, he's just gonna stand on the platform like, all right, your spin charge can't hurt me that badly here, and I'm gonna get limit.
Alright, here we go. Game number 2 coming up here.
Still the Cloud, makes sense. I mean, it was a very convincing game.
True.
All right, same stage as well, so no change of scenery here.
Hey, back to Hollow Bastion. We're seeing the same kind of start, you know, same game plans coming out.
Yeah, gets cross-slashed. Overextension denied by Azrael.
Resource burnt, but SuperStriker makes it back. Let's see if he can get a little bit of a better start compared to game 1, but it's looking all the same to me.
All right, up tilt gets punished. Off-stage situation.
Ooh, great backer, has to burn the limit here.
Gets limit back at least.
No edge guard, but limit gone. Big play here for SuperStriker.
And now he's kind of throwing to get center stage, and all those grabs just keep connecting, even though Cloud's grab is not your most optimal spot to go for.
I mean, it kind of makes sense because you know you swing so many hitboxes.
Yeah, like he's shielding a lot. So.
Yeah,
and it makes sense because he just outranged you. Ooh, close on the forward smash.
I was about to say, you know, you gotta start taking those stocks if you want to play against Azrael at this level. But Azrael keeps getting back to the stage, keeps getting away with that up B. Does throw away that limit blade beam immediately.
And there's the F smash, and now he has a stocking, so now he can go for the standard Sonic gameplay.
But the down air reading the roll immediately, evening up the game.
Yeah, back to even. Never mind what I said about camping. Alright, it should be a hard punish here.
Okay. Ooh, doesn't go for the frame trap. Now SuperStriker on deck with an upper back air. 66% on Azrael. We're seeing a little bit more patience coming out here for SuperStriker. Like those a little bit holding those charges a little bit longer, maybe trying to mix up the timings on the part of Azrael. You know,
up B not connecting. Alright, this one should.
And just like that, leads SuperStriker here.
Yeah, and then he's holding center stage very well as well, and reads the jump.
Yeah.
Very well played by SuperStriker.
Right, trying the
Doesn't get the spike,
again. Up tilt off stage.
Old stage positioning.
And
a little bit greedy on Azrael's side there.
Like I'm still amazed by these downers. I've never seen these downers from a Cloud before.
So
they're working. They're working, but
and there's the dash attack. Can't hold that stage for too long.
Can't hold onto that ledge too long, my friend. Okay. Ooh, dodges the blade beam below it. Ooh. Azrael gets away with arrows into the ledge. Would have been a disaster for him if he got a call battle for there.
And SuperStriker is so aggressive with all these dash attacks, and they keep getting punished over and over again. Even though he has lead, he has no reason to actually go for those.
I like what SuperStriker is doing there. He notices he's losing a bit of momentum in this game.
And
he's taking his time on the respawn platform. You know, like getting his composure, maybe controlling his breath a little bit. You know, taking the chill pill. This should be that, and there it is.
And that's the weak side of Cloud, right? It's very linear recovery, and if it gets called out by the big fist of Sonic.
Here comes the giant fist, Patrick. Look out. That's what it was.
And then now we're even.
1-1. I don't think we're going to see much different, because I think
looks fine for both of them.
Looks fine for both players. Game plan's looking solid. Stage choice is looking solid. We might see a little bit of a change up. But I don't expect like a triplet or anything. You know, maybe like a
triplets are probably
stadium.
gone in you know.
So
maybe a PS2.
let's see. Did I see what they got? I didn't see what they picked.
Me neither.
Okay, bad production. I'm sorry, chat.
Nah.
We're kidding. We're getting into this game 3. Let's see who puts himself on pole position to take this set. We're seeing small battlefield coming out. All right.
A little bit slower of a start this time.
A little bit more patience coming out from SuperStriker. I think he notices because you kind of want to hold forward against Cloud to
put him off stage.
Not let him charge limit, that kind of thing. But he's also noticing, okay, I'm getting punished for a lot of these aggressive options. So let me just like try to finish, but Azrael having none of it.
And stock down within 30 seconds, taking only 9% and keeping your limit.
You want to be patient? Be patient in the blast zone, my guy. Get out of here.
Ooh, cross slash ill-advised there, but gets away with it.
Ooh, up he misses, but gets away with it.
And everything is going right for Azrael. Even the small mistakes he's making go unpunished. And SuperStriker is looking for something, but he's not getting it, at least not fast enough.
All right.
Fishing for an S-smash, but nowhere close.
But Azrael not giving him anything. Azrael just waits.
He's nickel and diming though.
Ooh, not like that. Okay, he didn't go off stage. Okay.
Oh, gets the falling up there, but...
Ooh, big damage coming out. Has to burn the limit here, I assume. Still get punished. No jump here. Does get back to neutral, even getting some damage on the board.
Some damage, make that like 70.
Very, very bad position here for SuperStriker. Was in the driver's seat to take that first stock, and now the situation's all reversed.
All right.
It's all going wrong for SuperStriker right now.
Gets a grab, but still.
Cloud still living at 170% and counting.
All right, punish coming in.
We're seeing some desperation plays coming out right now. Oh, and nothing is going right. Did he just die from there? Okay.
Yeah, but he's at 186. Sure, maybe he could have lived, but
nothing going right for SuperStriker.
That first stock proved his dividends. Like, he's in a great position right now.
Yeah, and now it's roles reversed. Now it's Azrael saying, "Come at me, bro. I have the lead. What are you gonna do? I'm just gonna grab this limit." Okay, jab. I don't really care.
And then you see those homing attacks as well, and it's also so risky. If they get spot dodge or just whiff, you eat ass smash.
All right, great read there on the air dodge in. SuperStriker gaining some momentum and some footing back into this game, but it's still looking like a game 4 scenario in the lead of Azrael. Does burn the limit to get back to it. I like the play, not even contesting the ledge, just getting to the set stage, getting out of there.
Just do the safe play. I mean, you don't need to make a play right now. The only thing you need to do is make sure you keep this lead. No reason to extend it.
Right, does opt for the Nair. Great awareness on the DI in from Cloud. For that would have not connected, but the roll in gets read by the S-smash.
And now we're suddenly at a last stock situation, even though it looked so good for Azrael just a moment ago.
SuperStriker not giving up the ghost just yet. Let's see what he can do in this game 3.
Right, gets a falling up air. Big damage incoming.
Oh, but the poor DI does get away with it.
Slightly off on the timing. That should have been that, but...
How is he still alive? Nobody knows.
A little bit late on the sticks there.
How is he still living? Nobody knows. Azrael struggling to get this kill right now. SuperStriker being way too slippery.
Yeah, and this is the hard part about fighting Sonic, right? And now we have an off-stage situation.
Slowly chipping away this lead. Slowly chipping away this game. Can SuperStriker clutch out this game? Suddenly like that, but Azrael putting a pin in it. No clutch today. Azrael getting that game 3.
It looked like Azrael got a little bit lazy once he had the giant lead and just slipped away, only clutching it out so slightly at the end.
It's a case of, you try to get the kill, doesn't work. SuperStriker's like, okay, I consider this game lost. Let's just try some stuff. Playing a little bit more freely, playing a little bit more
read heavy,
more careless, maybe. Like I don't really care if I get hit here because I'm so far behind.
I need to
anyway.
make a play. Yeah. And it worked
but
for the most part.
Azrael denying the clutch comeback there. and getting to match point in this winner's semis. Will we see our first player in grand finals?
Yeah,
winners finals,
winners
seriously. I really want to go home, you know?
Well, I can't blame you, but we're still here for a great top 8.
Here we go. Let's see if SuperStriker
back to Hollow Bastion.
Back to Hollow Bastion. Here's my sword. Enjoy.
Yeah, but I mean, it works. Spin dash usually just goes up, and he's like, all right, this airspace is mine.
Oh my god,
It's
big damage coming out, 74% and counting. Upper to side B, immense
All right,
damage.
catch the grab. Limit on deck as well, so this next situation could be dangerous.
Ooh, whiff grab, but SuperStriker not on the money to punish it.
Ooh, and that's your stock. Yeah,
yes.
No way you're living
Chop,
that.
chop, chop, there goes your stock. Azrael continuing where he left off that last game. Okay.
Dangerous situation there.
Sonic F smash jump scare.
Yeah, but Azrael also taking a very greedy option, but just getting away with it.
Okay, SuperStriker
Limits
getting back into this game.
All right, decides to keep it.
Holds on to limit, very well done.
Looking for that falling up air into the kill move, but... All right, limit is spent.
Okay, cancels the spin dash, you know, trying to bait some option there from Cloud here. But it's Cloud below you.
Yeah, and this platform is so good for Azrael right here. He just keeps retreating to it whenever he's not sure how the situation is going to turn out, and then picks a better spot to actually fight.
It's curious because he... okay. It's curious because he's been doing that the entire set, and this is SuperStriker's counterpick.
Yeah. But there's probably no flat stages left, so he has to pick some stage.
I guess,
with a platform. So.
I mean, you would assume that Sonic is like doing a good job on covering like either the platform or below it with his speed. But Azrael is just saying, I don't really care about your speed. Here's my sword. I want to go to winners finals. I want to win this tournament.
Yeah, it's like last week is a fluke. I'm gonna win it all.
Yeah, he has something to say about last week. He wants to make some amends to last week. Let's see if he can do it.
Right.
Starting with that backer.
And only needs one more stock.
Full stock lead here for Azrael. It's looking very good for this Cloud player right here.
Right, and that's a very safe optional shield, so can't be punished. Catch dash attack though.
Okay, I like.
And we see this risky option SuperStriker keeps taking whenever he gets stock deficit, and Azrael's like, well, great, easy punish.
All right, there the whiff punish on the cross slash. Let's see if we can get something to happen. Doesn't get hit by the forward smash though.
Gets the right read, but not the right execution.
Nothing that like makes this matchup hard for Cloud is going right for SuperStriker this set. Like only one F smash on the ledge. But there's the second one. He's listening to me.
All right. A little bit greedy on Azrael's side as well, wanting to keep the limit, and SuperStriker's like, nah, you're either spending that or dying. Well, Azrael made his choice.
Okay. Can SuperStriker get something to happen this game? Can he save his winner's bracket life?
He's slowing the pace a lot, just to see what Azrael is doing, seeing if he can get a little bit impatient. All right, good call on the roll in.
Okay, aggressive recovery does get away. Ah, okay. I want to apologize for my.
Up we go.
I want to apologize for my screaming, but it's just very scary.
Gets the grab, has limit as well, so doesn't get the 2-frame though. He's fishing for these roll-ins.
I mean, he has been rolling in a lot, like right there.
All right, gets his spin charge.
Okay,
but
and now
we're denied by just standing on the platform. He's like, you're gonna have to commit to actually get me off of here.
Okay.
Gets a nice spot dodge.
Azrael just needs one solid hit to book his place into winners finals. It's not gonna be it. Oh, big damage here coming out from SuperStriker. Does spend the jump here. No limit either. This is still very doable for SuperStriker. Gets the grab.
Oh, back to the stage.
Back to the stage, but slowly chipping away this.
Oh, the call on the spot dodge.
And Azrael will be your first player in winners finals, taking the set over SuperStriker 3-1.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is also the first time he actually won of SuperStriker.